Hi. Can you hear me? I was having so much trouble getting online. Yes, good. Okay, that's good. Hello. Hello, hello. Hi everyone, how are you? Cheers. It was quite a warm day today. So on my way home from work, I decided to get some cranberry juice and some soda water and like have a little lonely Friday night tale session. Watch some Doctor Who chilling out. Oh, 6 a.m. Yeah, it's just past 10 p.m. So it's not too late. And it's a Friday. Yeah, I just thought I don't have a video to go up. I think I accidentally made my Timor video live. But anyway, that was for uni. I had to do a presentation and I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get there. So I did it in a video instead, which is good. And so I had to have it online to share, so everyone could watch it. And then I think I must have scheduled it. So I don't know, I might remove that, but who knows, who knows. Waiting for the postie before you can head out. What's coming in the mail? A deck, I'm assuming. Yeah, I want to know what deck too. Or if it is a deck. We shouldn't judge. Oh, is it a present? Hello. Hi. Cheers. Is that ice annoying? I'm just realizing it's doing the tinky tink sound. I don't have anything particularly interested. Does anyone have anything they want to talk about? I just felt like coming on and saying hi, really. Because I've been really bad with organising my videos lately. So sorry you don't have anything interesting coming tonight. You just have this instead. My random, very unscheduled chats. Any decks I'm digging right now? Yes, there's always decks I'm digging. They're just over here. I don't want to knock the... Okay, well, one is definitely the idiosyncratic tarot. I've been talking about this a little bit lately. How's the visual, like the video quality at the moment? Because I never bother showing you guys decks because it's like 7 a.m. Well, it's a mocktail, so it's virgin. So it's really just cranberry juice with soda water, mostly soda water. But the idiosyncratic tarot is kind of just, it's a new favorite for me, I think. And it's kind of gone beyond just, oh, it's a new fun deck. Like, I'm really kind of pretty well in love with it, to be honest. I just think it's really quite special. Oh, very fancy. And then actually I have 2 decks that have come that I have done unboxings of, but I haven't uploaded yet. And I didn't want to upload another unboxing because I just did the Consider It Cat Tarot. But I've kind of decided that I'm just unboxing pretty much every deck I get now. I don't know, because people seem to like unboxings and, you know, it means that I don't have to think really hard about, you know, some clever video topic all the time. Anyway, one of them that came very recently, and I don't know when the unboxing will go up, but it was the Dark Days Tarot. Yeah. It's working quite well for you, Simon, so I figure why not. The Dark Days Tarot. It's still on order. You get shot down in flames if you don't. See, I had the opposite experience, but perhaps because YouTube changes, like the whole, I don't know, vibe of YouTube changes pretty quickly. And like, I mean, I've only been making videos for about 4 years, but I know you're kind of a bit newer to the fray. And I remember when I first started, it's like if you did like 2 unboxings, you were a materialistic piece of shit who was, you know, trying to force people into buying stuff, which was pretty intense. And now it's like a whole big part of our community is unboxings, and I love unboxings. I think they're really fun. Yeah. So YouTube is funny how like the rules, the etiquette, and like the taboo and whatever, it changes, and all the different communities kind of have their own little set of, you know, unspoken rules, which is another really interesting thing. Now we're all addicted and cannot get enough of them. Yeah. I think unboxings are fun. I mean, I do think unboxings and reviews and things are all very different, but I think they serve different purposes, and I like all of them. But anyway, the Dark Days Tarot. I got this, what, like 2 days ago. It's a deck I've kind of wanted for on and off for ages. I do too. I think unboxings are really fun. Like, reviews for me are like useful. Do you know what I mean? Like, whereas unboxings are more entertainment. I still obviously get to see cards and like, oh, excuse me, soda water. Unboxings can be useful, but to me they're fun. And I think entertainment, education, information, all of it there's space for all of it. I watch multiple on the same deck. Totally, I do the same, especially if it's a deck I'm really interested in. And the Dark Days is a deck I kind of wanted, but there were lots of reasons that I kind of wasn't sure, and I talk about that in the unboxings a little bit. But basically, someone was selling it secondhand in Australia, because I don't really buy new decks very often anymore. I just kind of figure most decks will come up for sale or trade at some point in, you know, within a 6-month, 12-month period. Some don't, but most tend to, especially kind of like relatively recent indie decks. So I kind of just wait, unless it's like, you know, there are some things and then there are those impulse buys and whatever. But for a lot of decks like this, I was just kind of like, I'm not in a rush. I'll get it when I get it. And it came up and someone was selling it pretty much half price, secondhand. So I was like, yes, please. And I'm obsessed. Hello. Well, enjoy your Friday. Mine was great. I haven't done any readings with it, but actually the unboxing ended up being 1 hour and 30 minutes of video footage. I edited it down to about 45 because I was just like, that is way too long. For me, anyway. Which is like the longest video I've ever filmed. Partly because I was really tired, and when I'm tired, I just kind of, my mouth just runs. Like, I just keep talking, and... but also because I was just so into this deck, and I just think it's beautiful. And I don't know, there's just a lot to it without there being too much. I don't know, like it was really engaging, I suppose. I found it really engaging. One of the reasons that I wasn't certain about this deck was because of the minor arcana. The mages are all white backgrounds. The minors are black. And now, if you probably noticed from my deck collection, I don't have a lot of dark decks. And I don't mean in terms of like energy or perspective. I mean like literally. I don't have a lot of decks that are like black backgrounds, like in color. And the reason is because often I really struggle to see them, and I don't know what it is. I just have funny eyes, but a lot of the time when images are dark, I just really struggle to make out the details. And this, actually, the 2 of Swords in my unboxing, I kind of am like, what is this? I can't quite see for a little while. But overall, there's, you know, it's still pretty clean imagery, and, you know, the background is black, but then kind of everything in the foreground is white or grey. So most of it I can see, which I was really relieved about. Yeah, I think I've worked it out, but I'm not entirely sure. It's like a person. It's like the top half of them that I can't quite see. And obviously this video quality is not great. The video quality of the unboxing is better, so you'll be able to see it then. But anyway, this deck kind of just has blown my socks off as far as just the imagery and me engaging with the imagery on my first walkthrough is concerned. And I found myself like thinking about it, like when I was at work today. I was just kind of, you know, any work, you know, sometimes there's little lulls in. I wasn't very busy for about half an hour today, and I just found myself kind of daydreaming, as you do, and I was thinking about this deck, which I thought was really quite strange because I haven't read with it, and it's not as if I don't know, like I wasn't frantic excited about it or anything. Do you know what I mean? Like it was just like interesting to me. So it's just been on my mind a lot, but I'm really quite excited about it. And then the other one, I'm just giving away all my future videos. This one I am excited about. I got the Llewellyn edition of the Gaian Tarot. Actually, not. It was a little while ago now. Maybe like a month ago. It's still in the box though, because I'm kind of just making my way through some other decks. And I've just been really busy this last couple of months, so I haven't spent a lot of time. Yeah, Ruby. I kind of did a video about how I feel like a lot of my tastes in tarot have changed lately. And decks like this that kind of really weren't on my radar all of a sudden have been. And this and the Urban Tarot were kind of the two big ones that surprised me. But I knew I wanted this edition and not the Schiffer one, because I just feel like I'm getting a bit snobby. I got it on eBay, and I mean, I wouldn't normally pay as much as I did for a deck, but it wasn't ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know that this is out of print. I've seen it go for hundreds of dollars. I did not pay three figures. Is that how you say it? And it was sealed. It was literally sealed. So I was really happy about that. And yeah, like I don't splurge on decks very often anymore. I mean, maybe it feels like I do because I've got all these unboxings up now, but I kind of average about 2 new decks a month, I suppose. But that includes my trades and the gifts and like everything. Do you know what I mean? So, and yeah, a lot of them are trades. So I'm not really, my collection kind of always hovers between about 50 and 80 decks. I don't think I've ever gone over that. So yeah, if it seems like I'm getting new decks in all the time, I don't know. I mean, everybody's collection is different, right? But yeah, so those are kind of the new decks. And the Idiosyncra deck, I've had for a little while now, yeah, but I don't know, I'm just a little bit obsessed with it. So these are the 3 decks, only one of which I've read with, but these are the 3 decks that I'm kind of really crushing on at the moment. Is that a good answer to your question? And then the other one that's kind of stuck around for a while now is the Textured Tarot. This deck is brilliant as far as I'm concerned. Probably, yeah, I just love it. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, those are the big ones. Does that answer your question? I don't know. I don't really want to spend a lot of time showing you the cards because I know this video quality isn't great. And I know I don't look particularly flash right now, but, you know, I worked 10 hours today and it's 10:30 at night and I'm drinking my mocktail, so I didn't really feel like getting dressed up. I hope you don't mind. Yes, okay, that's good, that's good. Does anyone have any other questions? Oh, thank you, that's, you flatterer, that's very kind. Yeah. I know a lot of people do lives where they have like something to say or something to show, which is awesome. Thank you. That wasn't me fishing for compliments. It was just an explanation, but thank you. Yeah, I don't really come on with a topic because I suppose I don't generally plan to do this very far ahead in advance. So I hope you don't mind just chatting. I did just want to chat. That's what I'm here for, just chatting. You guys are my company for the evening. You know, I used to be a big party person and now I'm like, oh, I don't know, it's dark. Unless I have like a show to go to or something fun, I'm pretty happy to stay at home. And I'm so glad it's getting warm again. It was only like 27 degrees today. but it was really quite humid as well, which always means that it feels warmer. And still nothing compared to, because I lived in Townsville, which is the tropics. It's North Queensland, where, you know, we'd regularly get 90% humidity, whereas today it was like, I think it was about 70 or 80%. But it felt warm, you know, especially towards the evening when I was coming home at about 6 o'clock. I was like, ooh, it's warm. I mean, I was still wearing my denim jackets and stockings, but that's just kind of how I dress. So on my way home, I stopped. I was like, you know what? I really feel like my favorite drink, which is a mocktail. Just soda water with a little bit of cranberry and plenty of lime juice. It's amazing. Oh, I have comments. Are they called comments on live chat? I don't think they are. I just wanted to chat. I did. I love chatting. You're kind of like the king of online chatting, Simon. I have a homebody too. Yeah. I definitely have developed more of a homebody thing. I don't know whether it's getting older or if it's because I stopped drinking. I think it's probably a bit of both, to be honest. But I don't know. I'm in the Northern Hemisphere at the moment. I see a lot of seasonal decks or seasonal picks. What vibes with you or you this time of year in your hemisphere? In terms of decks, I'm not sure. I don't really feel specifically drawn to any like set decks right now. I think because we're very much still in transition, and kind of we'll have a couple of days that feel like warm and bright, and then we'll have, you know, a few cold, wet days. So it's kind of like a... So I'm just enjoying decks generally. But I know that in a few months, I really start to enjoy, like, my saltwater reading cards just become absolute favorites. My Little Monsters or Mons Tarot. And also I feel like the Next World, I haven't really used it as much in the last couple of months, and I do feel like it's not, I didn't really want to use it in winter. I'm not sure what that is, but anyway. Yeah, but definitely if I think of a summer deck, it's my saltwater reading cards. I just can't wait. I love my saltwater reading cards so much. But then I also posted on Instagram, I was about to get my phone out, but that's what we're filming on, a picture of some bottle brushes, which are like, I don't know, you can either look on my Instagram or Google it. Do you guys know what bottle brushes are? They're those like red flowers, but they're kind of like cylinders, and like, yeah, they're bright red, and there's a heap around at the moment, and I love them. And to me, they are springtime in my area. So that feels very spring. Yeah, they're awesome. I love them. We're going into the dark part of the year. Yes, I know. I had someone... Okay, this is a little bit... Do you guys remember my rant video? I was actually really surprised that... This is related, okay? I'm not just going off, oh, I want to talk about my rant video. Do you remember my rant video? Because I thought it was so funny that the most controversial point in that video was not the authenticity thing. It was not the things that I thought it was going to be. It was Americans getting upset with me for saying that America is not the center of the world. Which I get, like, that was it was supposed to be a little bit of a silly video, right? So I was generalizing, but the thing is, there were several other YouTubers who aren't American in the comments of that video, and I had messages as well being like, I thought I was the only one who got this from American people. So it's like, I'm not saying all Americans think that America is the center of the world, but there seemed to be a few of them hanging around. Anyway, what this reminded me of was someone corrected me or something somewhere recently, saying that no, it's autumn, not spring. I was like, do I have to explain, like, the planet Earth to you, or I don't understand. So yeah. For any Americans who were offended by that comment, I hope you understand where I was coming from. I don't mean all Americans. I must have... I had to approve your comment, but I appreciate it. Anyway, oh, I have, yeah, so that's what that reminded me of. But yeah, like, I know there was, I mean, I'm not outing them because it's in the comments of that video, but there were several other YouTubers that I know and love who aren't in America who have had similar experiences. So that made me laugh a lot. Autumn has hit Scandinavia, fewer hours of the day. Fogs the last 2 nights. It's absolutely magical to walk into. That sounds amazing. Do you guys get like really short days? I suppose it depends like where you are, but I always like picture, this is me showing my ignorance. I always picture, I know Scandinavia, like Sweden is a lot bigger than I think, you know, those countries. I just remember looking up Sweden once for some reason, because I think someone was from Gothenburg or something, and they said how it can get like warm in the summer, and I was just like, what? Isn't Sweden like ice all the time? And like Sweden and Norway and stuff, they're like a lot bigger than I thought they were, like physically. To me, in my head, they were always quite small. And so obviously that means that they have a much more diverse range of experiences and temperatures and stuff. So yeah, anyway, sorry, I just went on a little tangent there. I can never stick to one deck. I just pull out what works. Yeah, I'm similar, I suppose. I just find myself kind of enjoying a group of decks for a while, but I don't intentionally go, you know what, I'm going to work with these decks. I loved visiting Scandinavia. I remember a summer there when it never got dark. Really? Okay, so that's pretty cool. I'd go a little bit mad though in the opposite with if there's no sun. Love bottle brushes. Yes, bottle brushes are my favorite. And I used your try Google comment yesterday. Yes, Simon. Oh, some comments, it's so hard not to be like, have you Googled it? No, but I think sometimes we just gotta say it. So good for you. You're too adorable. Thanks for sharing about decks. No worries. I must apologize for our assholes. But aren't they the center of the world? I don't know. Depends who you ask, I suppose. As an American, I can agree we are selfish as hell, and I think the world revolves around us. Yeah. I was talking to a few people how we kind of just think, you know, it's probably just the way the media is, and, you know, ultimately America is a very important country as far as, you know, world politics are concerned and everything. So a lot of other countries, like we have a lot of American stuff in our news, because what America's up to does affect the rest of the world. So I get that, but yeah. Other countries exist and we have different cultures and norms and seasons. It's real. Morning from Canada. Hello. Good evening from Australia. I had a lot of fun with your rant video. I'm glad. I was so nervous about that video, but I don't know. I kind of get to points where I'm just like, I need to give fewer fucks. Otherwise I'll go mad or like quit YouTube. Excuse me, I need to blow my nose. Yes, I use a hanky. I used to get made fun of it a lot for it in primary school, but I just have like a perpetually wet nose. Sorry. What was I saying? Oh, my rant video. Yeah. You guys have probably noticed that I kind of like go on a hiatus around May, April-ish every year, apparently. I'm trying really hard not to do that because it's mostly just because I think I just get overwhelmed and I don't know. Yeah. Lots of different things. I think yeah. So just kind of giving myself space to just be a bit silly and say things that, you know, maybe people wouldn't like, but I just felt like I wanted to say for a bit of fun or just, I don't know. The rant was very cathartic for me, I suppose is what I'm saying. So I'm glad I did it. It was fun. And actually I've had a few people like message me and say that I seem to be giving fewer fucks since I did my rant. And I still give plenty of fucks. I'm a person who cares too much. Like, that's just my reality. But I am giving fewer, which is good, I think. Hello, New Zealand. Wet knows you're healthy. Yeah. It's just, I get it from my dad. We're both the same. It's true though. Although, you know, it's funny being a young person using it. They're a bit daggy, a bit, you know, granny or whatever. But if I'm on the train and I blow my nose, people give me the filthiest look, like I'm some disgusting, diseased. But then the person next to me is there, like, you know, running their nose up their sleeve, and I'm like, I know what I'd rather do. I know who, you know, I'd rather sit next to. But anyway, that's just me. Yeah. I'm sorry, I have to, that's right. That's the point. You care too much. That's why the rant video was a great idea in my opinion. Thank you. So I just have to remember to read the comments out that I'm talking about. Because I do, I think, who reminded me of that last time? Was it Carmen? Very good thing to remind me of. Wait, I was reading a comment from Simon and then it went away. I'm very confused. Thank you for raising awareness about all the shit Indigenous people are facing right now in your babe. That wasn't even all of it. That was just, and I actually did go on another rant about asylum seekers. Partly because a lot of the comments I've been getting, a lot of the ones from Americans that I was talking about were often either about Black Lives Matter, which I get, it's fucked up, or the current stuff that's happening on the border. And that one annoys me a lot because I don't think very many Americans will know anything about Nauru or Manus. And honestly, what's happening now on the border in America, it sounds like Trump heard about what Australia's been doing for the last 10 or 15 years and thought it was a good idea. So the fact of the matter is what's happening in Australia is basically the same thing, but I would argue a lot worse and a lot further along. And yet Americans were telling me that I needed to talk about what's happening in their country, even though they have no idea about what's happening, what my country is doing. Do you know what I mean? So I actually did a bit of a rant on that too, but I thought one little political rant per video was enough, I think. Plus I got quite upset about that one. But yes, no. I don't think I'm very good at raising awareness about many of the issues and the nuances of the issues, but I hope the fact that people see that I care about those issues. I know that some people have gone and like looked up and learnt more about them from that, which is good. Most young people do not know what a hanky is. I know, but I've been using them. I started using them when I was 16 because I was sick of carrying a bunch of tissues around with me in my pocket. Sorry, been on the phone. Do people not understand my YouTube addiction? Nobody understands our YouTube addiction unless they're also YouTubers or, you know, big followers. YouTube is like a very insular, sort of weird world, but it's fabulous. I love it. Almost 10 hours of light in Denmark. Ah. Is that, but it will get a lot less, yeah, over the coming months. Counting down to Halloween. I'm assuming that's what the pumpkin meant. Simon, that is me as well. How rude that other people don't understand. Right, Ruby, and my iPad is linked to my iPhone, so it cuts it dead. Oh, no. Oh, mine's the same. Although I'm not using my iPad, but I suffer from severe allergies and use hankies too. People give you the big eyes when you take one out. Yeah, I would say I have like kind of chronic hay fever in that I have it all year. It definitely gets worse in spring and autumn, but it's not like debilitating because I know some people's hay fever gets really fucked up. But I just kind of like have a bit of it all the time. So yeah, hankies are great. Hello, Celtic Witch. Now that is just disrespectful. There's so many things that could be disrespectful, or could be. I don't quite know what you're referring to, but I'm sure I agree. Hello, everybody. I'm just chatting because it's a Friday night, and I made myself, actually, I haven't shown you guys yet. This is my drink for the, I mean, I'm probably not going to get through all of that. Who am I kidding? But I didn't want to be on a live chat and run out. But now I realise that I'm talking so much that I don't really drink as much as I thought I would. But Blair can have some later. He'll just put like something else in it. I don't know. Can you have cranberry and soda water with whiskey? He likes whiskey. No, Ruby, that's what I thought. I was like, either you're saying that the people interrupting Simon are disrespectful, or the people asking me to talk about, you know, American stuff when they don't know nothing about Australian stuff are disrespectful, or the hanky. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh. I never sneezed just once, so I'm just waiting. I thought it would be great if could get another one. Oh, my nose. Excuse me. I'm sorry. See, this is another reason I don't like doing lives, is because, you know, if you gotta blow your nose, there's a mozzie. Go away. You gotta blow your nose or you sneeze, you can't edit it out. I sneeze anywhere from 2 to like 15 times. Hopefully it was just 2, but we'll see. 2 for joy, 1 for a wish, and 2 for a kiss. I like that. I like that. Thank you guys for understanding my nose concerns. I really appreciate it. I feel very understood right now. Does anyone have any questions or things they want me to talk about? Or are we just going to keep talking about noses? I will say though, one of the things that helped me embrace my hanky usage was my nana, who was my favourite person in the world. She, before she died, she gave me a bunch of her hankies that she, you know, just has had, you know, from gifts or ones that she embroidered. And then when she died, I think everybody in our family just kind of knew. So they sent me, I have like a whole drawer full of all these different hankies. The one that I have at the moment, I only used it once, guys. It's very, I just have all these hankies that my nana gave me. So, you know, I kind of didn't feel so weird about carrying hankies around because they're my nanas. And if my favourite person in the world could use hankies, I can use hankies too. Do you have any pets, Katey? I do not. I live in an apartment and, you know, just no. I want them. I want all of the pets. I nearly adopted a budgie recently. I rescued him basically. I found him. He was bleeding and nearly died and we took him to the vet, but I think they found his owner, no, they didn't find his owner. I don't know. But basically I couldn't adopt him. I wanted to. But no, my parents have 2 poodles, Henry and Heidi, the dogs that are always in my vlogs, and a cat, Harry. And they only live like a 10-minute walk from me, so I spend all of the time with those, especially the dogs. I'm much more of a dog person. I love animals in general. Like, I'm not somebody who hates cats. I love cats. I'm just extra allergic to them. And I still am allergic to the poodles, but not the normal dogs. Sorry, that was a really long answer. Are you getting the Alice? Is that the Alice Tarot? No. I did a trade with Krishna Priya actually for the Alice Tarot a while ago, and I got it and it was beautiful, but I had the same reaction I did to the Victorian Romantic, which was, it's stunning. It's absolutely stunning, but it just doesn't feel very alive to me. I just don't connect with, I don't really connect with the Bubba Studio art style. I think it's gorgeous and I totally appreciate why people love them. But for me, that's why I love the Fantastic Menagerie so much, is because, I mean, it's Bubba Studios, but it's totally different. It's unlike anything else that they've really done, and I adore it. Hankies are good for the environment. I know! Although I do use tissues when I'm sick, just because otherwise you know, I'd need about 50 hankies a day. That's the only time I use hankies now, though. I mean tissues. And still can't get the gill taro here in the UK. I don't think you can get it anywhere, can you? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. A few people got it, but yeah, I don't know. I've had a few people emailing me being like, where can I get the gill taro? I'm like, just because it's my favorite deck does not mean I'm automatically like the representative of the gill taro. I mean, if US Games want to pay me to be the spokesperson for the gill taro, I will happily participate. But until then, I know nothing. I know nothing, Jon Snow. Oh, that was a terrible accent. I apologize to... I don't know what that accent is specifically. I know it's like British, English, something. But I don't... Anyway, stop. Do you watch any tarot readers on YouTube? Is that me? Because yes, I watch so many. I don't really watch videos, you know, where people just do readings. You know how a lot of people do those monthly or weekly readings? I don't watch those channels. But I mean, yeah, I mean, even if you just go to my channel, like you click on my name and you go to my, like the front page of my channel, on the right hand, I don't know my lefts and rights, on the right hand side, it has like featured channels. And I change it up all the time, and these aren't the only people I like. So if you're not on this list, don't hate me. But I have like my top 10 favorite channels that I love at the moment. And then there's other related channels, all of whom I like and watch. So if you just want to, if you want a few suggestions, you can check there. I moderate for 3 tarot channels. That's amazing. I don't have any moderators. I haven't had any issues yet though, so maybe it's fine. There's so many Alice in Wonderland tarots. There are. And I never read the book as a kid because the Disney movie... You know how everybody has a Disney movie that freaked them out, I feel like. Mine was Alice in Wonderland. It just fucked me up. I had nightmares about that. I did very recently though listen to the audiobook. I think is it Scarlett Johansson narrates it. I listened to it about 6 months ago, I think, and I did enjoy it, but I wouldn't say that I'm like an Alice fan. You know how some people are all about Alice in Wonderland. I wouldn't go that far. So I'm not particularly interested in the Alice decks. I think they're cool and I'm glad they exist and I appreciate that people love Alice, but not really my thing. $138 Australian for the first edition of the Gothic. Yeah, I've only ever spent that much on one deck. And I don't think, yeah, it was almost exactly that, I think. And that was the liminal. But yeah, with shipping and exchange rates, it's not cheap living in Australia if you like tarot decks. People are unboxing in the US, are they? Like recently, because I know a couple of people got them and then they stopped shipping them out or something. I don't have anyone on my feed yet unboxing them. Apparently I'm not subscribed to enough people. No. Not Disney, but Watership Down fucked me up as a kid. Bleeding rabbits. Watership Down. Like, that's a very familiar name, but I don't know what that is. Watership Down is a survival adventure novel by English author Richard Adams. Oh! That actually does look vaguely familiar. I feel like we probably started watching it or whatever, and I freaked out. I was a very sensitive child. I was a very anxious kid. Oh. Okay, I'll have to have a look. I emailed the UK 0 almost daily. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry, Simon. Rep. Oh, right. You clarified immediately after. And have they contacted you back at all? Oh, again, next comment. Keep reading, Katey. She keeps apologizing and she's still waiting for the shipment. I suppose they take like 2 to 4 months, don't they, from America? And I'm sure they probably just, I don't know. Hopefully it'll be out soon. It's worth the wait, don't worry. I moderate for 3 channels. Well, if I ever need a moderator, I'll hit you up because you're so experienced. I've lost count for how many channels I mod for. Did not read the book either, and I do not connect with the images. Yeah, I'm the same. But that's okay, we all have our different things. Most expensive was Hoi Polloi, but you love that deck, don't you, Simon? I'm very picky with what I buy now. It's getting ridiculous. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I understand why indie decks are expensive, but, and I actually made a video about this, but I haven't uploaded it because I felt like people would not like someone who does 2 unboxings every month talking about deck collecting. But maybe I will. It's from like 3 months ago, and I was wearing this jumper actually. Should I make it live right now? No, because then you'll all fuck off and watch that. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I agree. I think, I don't know, I've just kind of learnt to respect my time a lot more, I think, over the last 12 months or so. Because, yeah. Do it. I might, we'll see. Because I'm giving fewer fucks these days, aren't I? So maybe I will. I paid a lot for the Sacred Sites Tarot. I feel like I had that one once. Let me just check. No, I didn't. Okay, that's a different one I was thinking of. The Sacred Sites. I've never heard of it. A deck I haven't heard of. And a mass-produced deck I haven't heard of. Looks pretty though. Is it out of print? Is that why it was expensive? A Netflix series is being made too. Is that an Alice in Wonderland I can't talk today. I'm very sorry. A Netflix series. Need to stop buying decks. It's insane. Just start trading. It's my lifeblood. That's not a very accurate. Anyway. I'm trying out no decks November. I need to call my tits when it comes to buying decks. No decks November. Fair enough. Good luck. I hope it goes well. The UK is receiving 400 copies of The Gill. Oh, that's good. Hopefully that'll be enough to go around for a little while. I love unboxings. I love unboxings too. Calm my tits. I got your L. Don't worry. Don't worry. Thank you for clarifying though. Tarot and Oracle decks good to newbie. I have 2 videos of tarot recommendations for beginners. I did one like 2 or 3 years ago, and then I did another one very recently. Do you guys know, I feel like I need to make a video explaining some like basics for like using YouTube as a platform. I'm no expert, right? But do you know that if you go to somebody's channel, like literally click on my name and go to my channel, that up in the right hand corner underneath, kind of like next to the about, there's a little like a magnifying glass, and you can search stuff that is on my channel. Like you can do this for anybody's channel, but like if you're curious if I've done a review of a deck, you can go like, and you want a review from me, you can go to my channel, click on that little button and type in, and I don't know what deck, like just type in liminal, hit enter, and it will come up with all of the videos that I've made that have that deck in it. Do you guys know you can do that? So you can do the same with like beginners. Type in beginners, and there's a whole bunch of videos that I've made for beginner readers, including 2 videos. Actually, no, there's more than 2. There's 2 tarot deck recommendations for beginners and an oracle deck recommendations for beginners video. And there's also like tarot spreads and tarot decks with keywords. So yeah, that's a really cool function that I use all the time with people that I like. That's good too, Rox Tarot. Cheers for us geeky people. I can't read that, but then it's not coming up over here. Children will sing my name in songs if I can actually complete it. I'd be a hero. Oh, is this the November, like, no spendy thing? Yeah, You'll be remembered for the ages. They'll write songs about you indeed. I just got a message from Blair. He's out with friends, but he's on his way home apparently. Oh, this is so good for anyone who doesn't drink, because I was a beer drinker. I mean, once I was a few drinks in, I'd drink whatever. It was cheap, but I liked beer. Like, I enjoyed the taste of it. So when I got sober, it was really hard, just because so many drinks that aren't, like, non-alcoholic drinks are all sweet. Like, unless you get soda water, which by itself is disgusting. But, you know, it's all Coke and lemonade and juice. And, like, there's nothing... I don't know. It was just really hard to find something that I could enjoy that wasn't a Coke, which I get really sick of. I can only have, like, half a Coke before I'm just, like, my mouth. This is, like, mostly soda water with a little bit of cranberry juice and a bunch of lime juice. And it's the most delicious thing in the world. Tia, do I like ginger ale? You know what? I didn't last time I tried it, but I haven't tried it in years, so I'm thinking maybe I'll have to. Elderflower cordial with soda water is nice. Ooh, elderflower cordial. That sounds really fancy. I know I've had mocktails with that in it, but I haven't had it by itself. Sounds super fancy though. Elderflower cordial. Does anybody have any questions for me? Or want me to talk about anything in particular? Hello, Peekaboo Rose. Peekaboo Rose is one of my new favourite channels, by the way, guys. I think did I add you to my... Yes, I did. Peekaboo Rose is currently on my featured channels on my channel homepage, because I love your channel. I'm your biggest fangirl. Or one of your fangirls. I know you have plenty of people who like you. Do you know about the Taramuha? I do! I have it! It's over there. I love it. I got it in a trade. A while ago now. Ages ago. Or maybe I bought it secondhand. Something. Anyway. I just got it. And it was kind of one of those things where I was like, oh yeah, we'll see how we go. Don't know if it'll be for me. It's very Rider-Waite Smith. But I love it. I really like it. And it's a deck that I actually use quite a bit. I don't really use it for myself very often at all. I think I've probably done like 1 or 2 readings for myself with it. But I use it for clients all the time. I really like it. I can't drink for the taste. I drink with a mission to be wasted. Yeah. That was my life, but like every night for like, I don't know, 7 years. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Just subbed. Good. Everybody go sub to Peekaboo Rose. It's so pretty. What's so pretty? Oh, the Taramuha. Right. Yes, yes, yes. I feel like this would be so much easier if it was like a forum setup rather than, I don't know. I'm just overcomplicating things, I think. So many people have channels these days. It's so good. I don't subscribe to everyone just because I get overwhelmed with so many subscriptions. But I like when people's videos will come up in my suggested, and I'll like go through and binge a bunch of their videos for a little while. Excuse me while what's your favorite drink? Hot and cold. Hold on a second. just need to blow my nose again. My favorite drink, I drink a lot of water. Like, I drink too much water. I love water. And then tea, English breakfast with a bit too much milk. And this. Soda water, cranberry and lime. Those are my favorite things. And I love like a chai latte or a hot chocolate. I don't like coffee. Live chat tech newbie here. Ah, yes. I'm not very good at this live chat stuff. I just come on and be like, hey, tell me what to talk about. Okay, cool, bye. Yeah, I'm pretty boring, hey. Because, I mean, I don't drink alcohol and I don't drink coffee. And those are kind of like the big things. Like when you say, let's go out for a drink or let's go for a coffee. Like those are the things that people drink and, you know, get into. And I'm like, can I just have an English breakfast with extra milk? Actually, my favorite cafe near my work is not the prettiest, it's not the cheapest, it's not the nicest, but their pot of tea is twice as big as everybody else's, and they always give me extra milk. Whenever I ask for extra milk, everyone's like, oh yeah, but we give it to you on the side. I'm like, yeah, but I want 2 of those things on the side, and they never do. Whereas this place, give me a giant pot and as much milk as I want, and so it's my favorite. I go there like every day now. Katey, your internet connection is working well. I can see. Oh, can you? Hopefully not too clearly because I don't have any makeup on or anything. No, I don't know. Must be a good day. Maybe everybody else is out. And Blair's not home, so he's not playing games, which probably helps a little bit as well. I have heaps of friends who don't like coffee. I'm trying to cut back. Heaps of friends who don't like coffee. Wow. I live in Melbourne. Wait, if you live in Melbourne too, and I'm just saying this, I sound like a dick, but pretty much everyone I know likes coffee and loves coffee. I always feel like the odd one out. And Melbourne's kind of known for our coffee culture or whatever. I don't know. Oh, you do live in Melbourne? It do sound like a dick. Okay, well, we're the only 2 people in Melbourne who don't like coffee. Oh wait, no, all of your friends don't like coffee. Okay, well, I need to be friends with your friends. And we can go out for tea. Do you use claircognizance, clairvoyance? No, I mean, I don't really, I mean, I know what the clairs are, but I don't really identify with that kind of framework. That's not really how I see the world or what I think is going on for me. I don't really know how to explain what I do. And I've kind of tried to explain what I mean by that before. Basically, I don't know what's happening. I don't know how my readings work or why they work. I just kind of know that I get a lot of meaning from them and the people that I read for get a lot of meaning from them. And something about that connects. And I try not to overthink it. Basically. I'm not very good at... If I wanted to be like a really fancy, rich tarot reader, I'd be like, yes, all of the clairs. I'm so open. I mean, not that people who are like that are making it up, but I'm just saying... It doesn't make me sound very good when I'm like, nah. I don't know about that stuff. I don't know. I just enjoy reading, and I think the cards have a lot to tell us. And something happens. Something. I don't know. I kind of change how I understand tarot to work in my head. It just changes all the time, and it will change like in the moment. Like when I'm reading, it feels magical, it feels divine, it feels inspired. And then when I stop reading, like intellectually, I don't necessarily believe any of that stuff is actually happening. So it's weird. I just kind of have stopped trying to explain it to myself and just let it happen. I'm sorry, that's not very glamorous, is it? Love generous businesses. I don't know what that's talking about. I'm waiting on 4 decks, Russian Tarot of St. Petersburg, Chrysalis, Steampunk, and Titania's Fortune cards. Wow, very cool. I do kind of want the Chrysalis, but I feel like I just have a lot of other decks. I don't know. It feels like Australians are particularly known for being into coffee. I think so. And you know what? Apparently we do have really good coffee here. Like, I know when Mum and I were in New York, on the way over, she had several people be like, enjoy your coffee now, because it's not the same in America. And then we got there and it was like always in that jug. I don't know coffee, but it was just, yeah, she stopped drinking coffee for 3 weeks. And I've heard other people say that, like, oh, I have a friend from Norway who stayed here for 3 or 4 years, and I miss her. But yeah, she traveled around Europe a bit, and I don't think she said we have the best coffee, but she did say that we have pretty damn good coffee. So I think maybe we just have good coffee. I don't know. I live in Melbourne and I'm obsessed with coffee. Yeah, I hate coffee, and I swear it's such a trend at the moment. See, I don't know, where are you, Elle? Because I don't think, at least in my experience, it's not a trend, because it's been like ever since I can remember people have been into coffee. But maybe that's just my little world. Some do like coffee, but chai seems to be more popular. Yeah, you know, I really like chai. Chai is great, and it means that I feel cool because I don't have to ask for tea, which, you know, then comes out in a pot and it just feels like a big deal, or a hot chocolate, which makes me sound like a kid. You know, a chai latte sounds like I feel like I pass in a coffee shop. Do you know what I mean? I loved Melbourne's coffee culture when I was over there earlier this year. Brought my cat sitters a load of it back. Nice. I read an article on how Australians are being disproportionately hired as baristas in fancy cafes in the US. That's hilarious. Your impression of Rich Tarot readers is all I need. You are welcome. I'm glad to be of service. Coffee shops are more popular than pubs now in the UK. Yeah. See, I don't know. Pubs still definitely have their place here in Australia. And like bars. I feel like bars are more popular now than pubs are. Pubs are more like the older generation or more working class. Whereas bars are kind of younger, hip people. Bars are pretty popular. Although in Melbourne, it's really cool because a lot of our bars and cafes, they kind of transition. Like you know, there'll be a cafe during the day and then in the evening they'll transition into a bar. So that's kind of cool. Miss the coffee in my old hometown in Melbourne. Perth's shit. I've never been to Perth. Wish the coffee shops would stay open as long as the pubs. Yeah. Some of them do. Go to St Kilda and there's all like the little bakeries and cafes and stuff open. Much prefer to go out for a brunch than a dinner these days. Yeah, I like a bit of both. But brunch is pretty great. In the UK, shops are filled with like deaf before decaf, but first coffee shirts. Yeah. What's the difference between pubs and bars? I always thought they were the same. Not well. At least in Australia, bars are. I don't know. Like pubs are like those old hotels, you know, with like the they have a bar in them, but they're just a very different feel. They're a lot more working class. That's the best way I can think to describe it. They're where tradies go for a beer after work. They don't necessarily serve, like, they very rarely serve cocktails. They might serve Parma and chips. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, they have really shitty carpet on the ground. And most of what they serve is beer. Whereas a bar, you know, it's kind of like more that nightlife. It's not a club, but it's not a pub. It's somewhere in the middle. They might have like a cool live band or a live DJ. They'll do cocktails, but they'll also have wine and beer. Yeah, I don't know. Does that make sense? They're very different. Pub, I don't know. To me, a lot of pubs don't have a lot of personality. They just feel old. And like, I love old things, but they just feel... Some pubs are really cool, especially like if you're in a small town. But a lot of pubs around are just kind of like somewhere that hasn't been done up. Like, they're just the same as they were 30. And people go there to watch sports and get way too drunk and mean. Like, yeah. and maybe like pubs will often have like the pokies, whereas a bar wouldn't. I don't know. Yeah, old pubs like out in the country, they're lovely, but not all pubs are my favorite. In the US, a pub is like a friendly dive bar with food. I don't know what a dive bar is. Let me search that. A dive bar is a colloquial American term for a disreputable bar or pub. Let me see if Google knows what I think maybe the difference between a bar and a pub is a very Australian thing, because everything that I'm searching kind of, most of it is Australian specific. Yeah. It's funny how we have like the same words for different things, or different words for the same things. Real ale and pie and chips. I was a lager drinker. Loved my lager. I live in a tiny village in the countryside, yet we have 5 pubs. Yep. Hello, tribal woman. How are you? There's a good difference. Pubs, good meals, bars, small snack food. Yes, that's true too. Yep. Or a lot of bars in my area anyway, they might serve snack food, but more than that, what they often do is they let you order in. Like that's what we did on my birthday night, actually this year and last year. You know, we kind of go have drinks and then we'll like order Uber Eats and they'll bring the food in, and like the bar will supply us with, you know, plates and stuff. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Didn't know dive bars were an American thing. I didn't know dive bars were a thing. I feel like I've heard that, but just like in movies and stuff. If anyone has seen American Werewolf in London, the slaughtered lamb is a pub. Wow. That's a fun name. In Germany is exactly as you described. Cool. Okay. Say it, Katey, a pub is full of bogan. I don't think most people know what bogans means though. And I mean, like, I'm from Townsville, so I'm pretty bogan. I mean, I'm kind of like the middle. I'm not like super bogan. I'm not like Siggy Butt Brains bogan. If anybody's Australian and they know what that is, I love you. I'm not like, I don't have quite as broad as accent as like, you know, Kath and Kim. But I am from North Queensland, so I'm a little bit of a Darrow, but not too bad. Pubs are for bogans. And bars are for hipsters. Exactly. I love you so much right now. I'm good. Thank you, tribal woman. Siggy Butt Brain. Yeah. Oh no, now all the Australians are just going to be like, eh, Siggy Butt Brain. I'm going to link it just in case anybody not from Australia wants to understand our culture. You know, who says white Australians don't have a culture? We have Siggy Butt Brain. Oh god, now all I want to do is watch all the videos. Okay, here you go. With love from Australia. You're welcome. Upper class bogan you are. Yeah, I'm a middle class bogan. Fun facts, I was born in Townsville too, grew up in Atherton. I was born in Griffith, which is like central New South Wales, and then lived in like Brisbane, Ipswich for a while, and then lived in Townsville. Like I spent my teens in Townsville basically. And then moved to Melbourne when I was 21. Yeah, 22, 21, 22, 21, 21, 22, 21. Who was making jokes about Kath and Kim today on Facebook? I think it was Annika. Fucking love Kath and Kim so much. Siggy Butt Braid. My teens are in Melbourne. Oh, I feel like Melbourne would have been a great place to be a teen. I love it now though. It's my favourite place I've ever lived. Ooh. Does anyone have any other questions other than, I mean, if you have questions about Siggy Butt Brain, I will do my best to explain it. You can put captions on though, so, you know, that will help you understand our... Oh, too funny. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be making fun of... Actually, no. Fuck that. Australians are hilarious. Oh, I'm scared this ice is going to plonk out. Oh. Cheers, friends. Siggy Butt Brain is why I love the internet. Yeah, I'm pretty well up there too. The video didn't start, but I'm laughing because Google had, do you want to translate this to pop up? No! All day, all night, Siggy Butt Brain. Yes, seriously, this chat is now my favourite. And everyone who isn't Australian has just left. So we can swear a whole lot more and make fun of ScoMo. Okay, no, we don't want to exclude our worldly neighbours and friends. ScoMo is our current Prime Minister, Scott Morrison. The only good thing about him is the fact that we can call him ScoMo. Sco. Like S-C-O for Scott. It's not a trend for me. I've always loved coffee from young. Swear I need to cut down. I was always told I would grow into liking coffee. And I was always kind of like, I kind of thought of it as like smoking. You know how people are like, oh, you just have to have a few, once you get used to the taste of it, you love it. And I'm like, but why would I push through those first few cups of coffee or those first few smokes? Like, I don't know. I'm like, I know I have an addictive personality. Oh, okay, you were doing ScoMo on purpose. Right, okay, I get it, sorry. Yeah. So I'm kind of like, I get that I probably could like coffee if I tried, but, like, it's not great for you. And I know I'm the sort of person who won't just have one cup in the end. So, yeah. I'm happy just being a tea person. Although it does make me feel a little inferior from time to time. And people used to say Australians have no culture. Siggy fucking butt brain. Yeah. You're funny, Katey. Most of the time I don't even understand American humour. Yeah. No, I'm not judging. You know, if you smoke, good for you. If you drink coffee, good for you. I mean, like, we all have things, you know. Like, I don't smoke or drink, but I do other things that I shouldn't do, right? Yeah, whatever. Live your life. Now I'm making a coffee because of all this talk. Enjoy that bitter, burnt, weird flavour. I do like tea. Sorry, just messaging my boyfriend. I feel so like high school, you know. Yeah, just chatting on MSN. I'm with you on that. I became such a little addict with anything I do. Yeah. Not my greatest quality, but also, I don't know. I feel like just things that I like, I get really into, which is one of my favourite things about me, but also one of my least favourite things about me. Katey, enjoy your shitty bitter coffee. I'm sorry, I'm in a bit of a funny mood tonight, aren't I? Want some either ors, sunrise or sunset? Ah, I do love either ors. Just don't, like, be mean about them. Like, don't give me horrible ones. Sunrise or sunset? I feel like sunset has, like, a romance to it. But also, I kind of feel like I see sunsets all the time. And I do love them because I get a really good view of them from my balcony every now and then. So when I see a good sunset, I see a really good sunset. But also, like, I don't very often see sunrises, so there's something special about them because I don't see them very often. So I feel like a sunrise has more, like, meaning. It's a bit more special because I don't see them very often. Is that a decent answer? Can I do that? Life of a borderline. I'm not borderline, but I share that in common. I feel bad for Siggy Butt Brain. He's just a nice guy. I know, right? Sunrise for me. I like how quiet it is. Yeah. Perfect answer. Oh, good. Good, good, good. I love old pubs. They intrigue me. Are you a little bit behind, Lush? I feel like Lush might be watching 5 minutes ago. Katey, does your boyfriend have a favourite deck from your collection? Blair is the most down-to-earth, logical, borderline, I would say, like, and he would agree with me, and this, it sounds mean when you say it, but it's just in a very matter-of-fact way. Like, he says it. He doesn't really have much emotional range, which means we balance each other out perfectly. And he just doesn't really, I don't know, he doesn't get very excited about things. And he thinks tarot and stuff is a little bit silly. But he looks through every single deck I get, just briefly, and usually he says silly things like, oh, look, tits, because a lot of tarot decks have boobs in them. Or he'll be like, oh, this guy looks funny. So he indulges me for a good, like, you know, 2 minutes, which I love him for. But no, I don't think he particularly cares. Actually, he did say he liked the Sasarai Beto. I think because, you know, we're both kind of into anime. And so that has, you know, the Japanesey sort of feel. So yeah, I don't think he would, if you asked him that question, he'd be like, I don't know. But I do remember him kind of being like, oh, this is cool, before handing it back to me and, you know, quickly turning Netflix back on, or, you know, going back to WoW or whatever. Do you bite the Tim Tam corners and suck up your tea? Never tried that. The Tim Tam Slam, just dip and lick the chocolate off. Tim Tam Slam. Yeah, no, I have done that. I don't get Tim Tams all the time, or very often, because they are too moreish and you can't get small packets. And you have to be careful with the Tim Tam Slam, because especially when your tea's hot, it melts your Tim Tam really quickly, so it just ends up going everywhere. But Tim Tam Slams are pretty fun. So does everyone know what a Tim Tam Slam is? Tim Tam Slams are pretty great. They are. I need to be more like Blair. Yeah, I mean, Blair is fabulous, and obviously I adore him. I love him, totally. But I think there's pros and cons to being too emotional and not emotional at all. Like, that's why I say we balance each other out, because I feel like Blair would just kind of be content not really doing anything ever, or not getting excited about anything ever. So it's like, I'm always like, let's do new things. Where are we going? What are we doing? You know, so I get him out and get him doing new things, whereas he kind of can calm me down and keep me grounded. And yeah, it's great. Both elements, you know, have their pros and cons. No, you don't know what a Tim Tam Slam is? Gosh, I'm going to have to get Tim Tams and demonstrate one day. Basically, you know what a Tim Tam is. It's like a biscuit covered in chocolate. It's about this long. You bite a little tiny bit off each end, and then you put it in this way in your cup, in your tea, and then you use it as a straw, and you drink the tea or your milk or whatever through your Tim Tam. And because it's a biscuit, it's a really kind of soft, fluffy biscuit. It's still a biscuit, like it's still hard. And it kind of has like that soft center. The liquid comes up through the Tim Tam. And then it very quickly starts to melt in your hands. But it's amazing. No idea what a Tim Tam Slam is. I'm learning so many things. Siggy Butt Brain Tim Tam. You're welcome. This is a cultural education. Didn't know you did these things. I don't very often, but you know, we're here having some fun. We don't have Tim Tams in the US. Can you not get them anywhere? I feel like you could from some shops, right? They're pretty great though. I'm a high class bogan. Good for you. Yeah, it's pretty great. What did I say? Like Grace? I meant great. Yes, do a video on it. I'll do a Tim Tam Slam demonstration video. Fiction or non-fiction? I read a lot more non-fiction than I do fiction, but I enjoy fiction. Like, there's just something really special and magical and beautiful about fiction that non-fiction can never quite capture. But I do read a lot of non-fiction. I'm trying to actively read more fiction though. I love these either-ors. Thank you. Melbourne rocks, it does. Lush, I do think you're behind. I think you're watching about 5 minutes ago. Hopefully you'll see this and then skip forward. Got any other either-ors from any? Oh, I'm really struggling to talk today. It's been a long day. I left for work at 7:30 and then I got home at 7:30. Which, you know, Blair does 12.5-hour shifts like every day. So I get that my day wasn't that big, but it's big for me. Cats or dogs? I'm definitely a dog person. Puppies all the time. I'm definitely a dog person. Easy. I love cats though. I just don't connect with them as quickly. Like, I'm definitely a dog person. I love dogs. You're making me want to go see my poodles. Henry and Heidi. Oh. Plastic or glass straws? I've never had a glass straw. I've had paper straws. I just have these plastic ones from like ages ago. That I'm kind of... Someone bought them for a Christmas one time and they're still in my cupboard. And I do like using straws for drinks like this. I usually buy paper straws, but I have these ones. But I've never used a glass straw. Flowers or trees? I'd have to say trees. Like, I love flowers. They're beautiful, but there's something just really calming about trees. I don't know. Kind of, you actually making me think of the difference between the Tree Wisdom and the Plant Ally cards now, which I actually want to do a comparison video on. And yeah, they feel really different. I'm trying to convince my mum to let me get another dog. Wish me luck. How many have you got already? Hello Kellyanne. Sunrise or sunset? I just did that one and I said I love sunset because I have a really good view of it from my balcony, but I don't see very many sunrises. I'm more likely to see a sunset, so therefore sunrise has like something a bit extra special about it because I don't see them very often. Shows or movies? Do you mean as in TV shows or like musicals or like plays? I'm going to go with TV shows. I'm going to assume you're talking about TV. Oh, we're doing so many. You know, I'm a big TV person. I like movies and I'll go to the movies, but I just feel like I invest a lot of myself emotionally into whatever I'm watching, and I feel like I don't get enough payoff with an hour and a half of a movie. So a TV show I can really like get into, and I'm a sucker for rewatching things. Like, I've watched Doctor Who like 15 times, and like Merlin and Stargate. Yeah, I love my TV shows, especially sci-fi. I'm a big sci-fi nerd. Where was I up to? Posty has been, now I have to run. Bye, Simon. Surprises. Yeah, you can buy metal straws. I think Mum's buying me one for Christmas because I like straws. Just got some greenery for my room and I feel like it makes a big difference. That's awesome. balcony sunset is lovely. I do love it. And I love seeing like how the sun sets in like a different spot along the horizon throughout the year. Because I'm from further north in the tropics, there wasn't a big difference. You know, we didn't have a massive difference between winter and summer with like the length of the days or whatever. Whereas down here, there's a big difference, and I like see the movement of the sun along the horizon from my balcony, which is like my favorite thing. Learning a language or learning an instrument. Well, I do know how to play the drums. I grew up playing the drums, and I would love to speak another language. Just the learning process. I would enjoy learning an instrument more, I think, than learning a language, but I would prefer to know another language. Does that is that cheating? Have you seen Wentworth? No, I haven't. That's the Australian kind of... Is that the Australian, like, people call it like the Australian Orange is the New Black? But it was first, wasn't it? I invest way too much into shows. Yes, I'm the same. Just one, but I found a little pup that needs rescuing. He was the cutest little thing. Oh, love Wentworth and Prisoner. Bye, Simon. Thanks for hanging out. Learning a language. Sunset. Oh, cracky. Katey live. I know. It doesn't happen very often, does it? But it's way better than Orange is the New Black. I watched like the first season of Orange is the New Black when it first came out. And then I kind of never got back into it when the second season, you know, like that break period when you're waiting for a new season. And then when we got Netflix, I was like, oh, I should get into it. And it's like 5 or 6 seasons. And I'm like, or I could rewatch Doctor Who. Which is terrible, but it's true. I don't watch a lot of shows, but I'm obsessed with Terrace House. What is that? Terrace House. A Japanese reality TV show franchise consisting of 4 series and 1 movie. About what? Oh, it follows the lives of 6 strangers. 3 men and 3 women from different walks of life who live under the same roof while getting to know and date each other. Kind of sounds like Friends. I have a Netflix account just to watch it. Just to watch... Oh, is Terrace House on Netflix? I wonder if it's on the Australian Netflix. Great British Bake Off or MasterChef? I've never watched either. I know we have MasterChef in Australia. I don't know if we have a Bake Off, but I prefer baking. I love baking, so I'll just pick that. I love baking. I don't love cooking. I cook, but I love baking. Yes, Lush, I think you need to skip forward. I think you're watching about 5 or 10 minutes ago. So when you're commenting, it's coming up. Just skip forward or refresh the page. We'll see you in 5 minutes. Oh, okay, no, maybe you're in front. You're with us now. Just logged in to do my banking, and here you are. Banking will need to wait. Marvel or DC? I grew up more with DC. I don't know. I'm not really crazy about either of them, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a bit over superheroes and all of that stuff. Does that make me a terrible person? I mean, my favorite... I don't remember a lot about it, but the comics... My dad's favorite comics were the Phantom. So we had those around a lot. And I'd kind of look at the pictures and stuff, but... Yeah. I don't know. I'm not crazy about either of them. Which makes me feel very left out, because everyone's obsessed with Marvel. I've heard so many great things about Great British Bake Off. Must get on board. Same with Doctor Who. Is there a particular Who season I should start with? Well, I mean, I just started with the first season of the revival, so with the 9th Doctor, because that's what's on Netflix. But I think if you don't like 9, because a lot of people find 9, I don't know. I think you could start with 11, which is what, season 4 or 5? 5? Just because that was like kind of a big new point. We had a new showrunner, new doctor, new companion. Like it was didn't have so much run over from the previous seasons. Or this season that's just started also feels very new. So I feel like either start with season 1, season 5, or season 10. And then when you fall in love with it, go back and watch everything else. I'm currently watching for the first time the classic series. I'm taking my time with it though. It's so fun, but it's a bit, it's slow, you know, as old TV is. Like, that's just, you have to appreciate it for what it is or was. But I wouldn't, unless you love how slow early 1960s shows were and really bad, like low budget, bad sci-fi, don't start with the originals, because I think it's just, I mean, I appreciate it for what it is because I love Doctor Who so much. But I think starting with that would have been a bit dry. I loved 9 and 10. I love 9 and 10 as well. There hasn't been a Doctor that I've watched so far that I don't like. But I haven't watched 6 or 7 yet. So everyone says those are the 2 that are kind of the divisive ones. No worries. I could talk Doctor Who all day. I'm loving this new season of Doctor... I know. Me, Blair, and 2 of my friends went and saw... It's kind of like a little event where they had the screening of the first episode of this season at the Yarraville Cinema, the theatre. And I like made myself a little Doctor Who skirt, and we went and had dinner, and then it was just so good. Yeah. The second episode, the episode this week, was really good. I used to be terrified of Doctor Who music when it was on as a kid. I've heard so many people say that. And it is quite eerie. It's really odd. Ooh, ooh. That's the one with the woman doctor, right? Yes, Jodie Whittaker is our doctor now. So she's only been like 2 episodes, like just started. Okay, making Who notes. I saw your skirt on Instagram, so cute. I know, right? I was really proud of myself. I just made it that afternoon as well. Only just finished in time. I was like making Blair pull, like Blair was already ready to go because, you know, he just pulls on some jeans and puts on some shoes. So while I was like quickly having a shower and blow drying my hair, I was like, can you pull through the elastic, you know, through the band? So he did that because it's quite a bit of an effort doing that. And so, you know, by the time I'd had a shower and everything, he'd done, so I sewed up the rest of the skirt and we were good to go. So it was a bit of a team effort getting it done in time. Also, the recent stuff is more made for us now with our fears in mind rather than the fears of back in the day. Yeah. I always tell people, because I suck at horror. I don't like horror. I'm too anxious and nervous to watch horror. And Doctor Who has horror elements. It's more like, it's not the sort of horror that we watch today. It's not gory and stuff. I always think of it as the stuff you were scared of as a kid is kind of all of a sudden maybe real. And then there's this magical guy with a weird time traveling box who goes around and meets your childhood nightmares. That's what it feels like to me. Can't watch the Blink. Blink is brilliant. Blink is brilliant. Like, I know it's hyped, but that's because it deserves it. My favourite episodes, though, are Silence in the Library and actually World Enough in Time from last season. That's my favourite episode ever. And then my second was Silence in the Library. And I liked Girl in the Fireplace, too. Watched it once and never again. I love it. It is creepy, though. Okay, does anyone want to talk about something other than Doctor Who? Because I don't want to be boring everybody who isn't a Whovian. Yes, Silence in the Library and World Enough in Time was so good. Got any other? Oh my gosh, I've been on here for ages. I always think, oh, I'll just pop on for a bit. Like 2 hours later. Thanks for still hanging out with me though, guys. Sometimes it's nice, you know. I don't really go out. I mean, I do go out, but not so much on weekends. Because a lot of my friends, like I met a lot of my friends working when we used to work in the casino. And so a lot of them still do that sort of work. So they work nights and weekends. So when we do go out, it'll be like a Tuesday afternoon. So yeah, I'm not really big on that, you know, that weekend nightlife anymore. So it's nice to hang out with you guys on a Friday night with my mocktail. But yeah, I've still got this mozzie hanging around. I'm a stay-at-home mum, so it's nice to have my breakfast and feel like I'm chatting with a friend. Oh, how lovely. What time is it in Australia? Well, where I am, it is, shit, 20 to midnight. We have a couple of time zones. They're not very big, though. Like, what, Perth is 2 or 3 hours behind. Yeah, or in front. I don't remember. But yes, where I am, it is 11:41. A mug of tea for me. 1:40 in Gloucestershire. Gloucestershire. Sorry. I'm very, very sorry to you and your people for butchering that name. I don't even know who's still here. I just got some stuff on my... Okay, so you guys are behind. Yes, that makes sense. 3, yes. I was right. I wasn't so off. Yeah. Does anybody have any other questions for me, or are we kind of sweet or sour? Salty. No. Gloucestershire. Do you say the Shire, or is it like shire, though? Sweet or sour? Probably sweet, but I don't like really sweet. Like, I don't like lollies. Yeah, they're too sweet. I don't like anything too sweet, but I do like it. Yeah. Cutesy or edgy? I appreciate both, and I've been in different phases, but I think overall I do have an appreciation for the cute. Yeah. Peekaboo Rose, with a name like that, although Katie Flowers, like... Yeah, okay. we got the cutesy down. What are you sipping on? I am sipping on soda water with a little bit of cranberry and lime juice. It's my fave. Yes. It is my favorite. And I'm drinking it because it was actually... And it was warm this afternoon, like this evening. So I just really felt like a fun drink. Yeah. Does anybody have the Guy in Tarot? I'm curious. Because I know a lot of people, like the people who have it, love it. What new videos are you working on? Unicorns or vampires? I don't like vampires. I've never understood the romance about vampires or the interest in them. So unicorns. New videos I'm working on. I mean, I could get my bullet journal. What ones do I want to tell you about? I mean, I'm always kind of thinking about my therapeutic tarot series. I don't like to do that too often. But I have one. I'm thinking I might just do a video sharing like some decks that I think are great for that sort of stuff. And then also I have a spread that I want to do for that series. But I'm not sure if people are still really interested in that series. I mean, I like it though, so I don't know. And then I also I've had a lot of questions over the years about how to like start a YouTube channel and stuff, and I always felt like it would be really pretentious and what's the word? I don't know. I just thought it would be kind of silly of me to be like, oh yeah, I have like, you know, I just felt I would be, I'm not, you know, a YouTuber, right? I just felt it would be a bit dicky of me to be like, here, let me tell you how to make a YouTube channel. But I mean, I have some thoughts about being a content creator in a niche community. So I've been kind of taking notes about that when I think about it. So I might do that. Yeah, I don't know. I go through phases of literally having so many video ideas that I can't keep up. And then other times where I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'll just do like a flip through. I'm a little bit more there at the moment. I still have this big list of ideas, but just none that I'm excited, not a lot that I'm really excited to film right now, which is partly why I'm doing this live stream instead of uploading a new video. Will you do more bullet journal videos? I loved those. I love bullet journal videos too, and I do love talking about journals. I'm just not sure how much I could add on to what I did last time, because my bullet journal has stayed fairly similar. But maybe I'll do one around for the new year, because I mean a couple of things have changed, and yeah, it's always fun looking at journals, isn't it? What about True Blood? Never liked True Blood. Blair watched it, and I remember my main thought about True Blood was the sounds coming from the living room. I could never tell whether they were fucking or killing each other. That's my main thoughts on that. It just doesn't, I don't know, just never really appealed to me, interested me. It's a great series, super helpful. True Blood or Therapeutic Tarot? I'm hoping you mean Therapeutic Tarot, but I mean, who knows? Hello, Carmen, how are you? I have an odd question pertaining to the logistics of filming walkthrough videos. Do you use a tripod to view the cards from up high, or have you... Yes. So I have 2 tripods. I have like a big one that I can sit on the floor that I use when I'm filming in my chair. And then I have the one that's currently in use, which is kind of like a little fold up selfie stick tripod thing, which I can like put my phone into and it tilts. So that's how I do it. I know other people have like big fancy things that can like get a proper top down view, but I mean, I have these 2 because they were on sale. Yeah, so that's how I do it. Yeah. That's not an odd question. That's totally fair enough. And I remember like trying to work out how to do that stuff before I had a tripod, and it was just really tricky. So I sit in, like, I mean, I still use my phone. I don't have external light or like additional lighting, but the tripods are kind of like the 2 things that I bought that, you know, are equipment and that I find very, very useful. You can get a holder or a bulldog clip. Yeah, cool. I suppose that'd work too, hey. Therapeutic Tarot rocks, it's my jam. I did a plug yesterday for your... Ah, thank you, Carmen. I always take me a while to get to your videos because they're so long, which is great, but it just means that I can't, like, you know, pop one on real quick. I love that there's so many different, like, lengths of videos that we can watch, because, you know, sometimes you just want to pop on a long one and just, you know, while you're folding the clothes, and other times you just want to quickly have a watch of a few. There's all different options for us. How's the Ophidia Rosa going? I had a couple of really great experiences with that deck, and then, I don't know, it's just kind of gone a little bit cold. But I think it's just one of those decks that you have to work at, and I'm not working at it hard enough. I haven't really done much reading for myself or just like playing with my cards much in the last 2 months. I've been very busy. So I think that's a big part of it, that I just haven't had that space to just enjoy my cards a lot. And I don't want to use it reading for other people, which means that I haven't really used it. But I did have a couple of really awesome experiences with it, so that was exciting. Where'd you get the fold up one from? Where did I get this one from? Like Ted's Camera House or something, and then the big one I got from Officeworks. Yeah, I just had a look for sales because I was looking at JB Hi-Fi, but they weren't, like, the cheapest one was like $50, and I'm like, nah, bugger that. And so then I just, you know, kind of looked at some other places and then I found this one. Hello, hello, Eris. How are you? No, sorry, I don't mean, Carmen, I don't mean to tell you that your videos are too long. Like I said, everybody likes watching different things, and no, you do you, babe, because you're amazing. Just, you know, I have to kind of put them in a playlist to watch for a later date. So I was just like explaining why I haven't seen that you shouted me out, which is very nice of you. No, it's a phone holder that has a bulldog clip on the end of it to clamp on a shelf. Oh yeah, I have seen those. Those are very cool. I'm really interested in that deck, so I'm excited for whenever your review comes out. Is this the Guy and Tarot? Or the... No, you were talking about the Ophidia Rosa. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a plan to do a review. I kind of just do reviews as and when I feel like I have enough to say. But who knows? Maybe in 6 months or however long, you'll get that. I have to do a review of the Naked Heart, actually. I need to work with it more because I want to do that before the end of the year. But I always take so long to do my reviews. I envy people who can pump out reviews in 2 weeks. I just can't get my thoughts together that quickly. I'm someone who really likes... That's why I'm not very good at these live things and stuff. Like, I like to go and think about things on my own. And then, like, try to present what I've come up with, you know, in my quiet space. Yeah. So it takes me a while to kind of come up and think about things that I want to say. Otherwise, I just talk shit and share videos like Siggy Buttbrain. Yeah, the camera stuff can cost a lot. It can, but I think that's another thing. That's another reason I want to make a video about YouTube, is because I really think, especially, I just don't think you should be spending much money at all when you're just getting started. I mean, I've been going for, I mean, I know when we're in a small community, right? So, I mean, unless somebody really branches out or, you know, is a big outlier, they're not going to, most of us are going to not be huge as far as like a YouTube scale is concerned. But like, I'm still just using my iPhone for filming. I think, you know, most webcams and phone cameras these days are perfectly suitable for YouTube. And if you want a camera and you want to get into videography and photography, that's awesome. But I think it's sad that some people feel like they have to have that in order to like make a YouTube video, and you really, really don't. And if you do need a camera because you don't have a camera on your phone, you can get cameras for $100 or $200, like digital cameras that, you know, you don't have to go and get like some big fancy DSLR and lighting and a microphone. Where was I up to? Hello, I just found you about a week ago. Been watching your video, so nice to see you. Hello, it's lovely to meet you. Where did you find me? I'm curious. Did I pop up in like your suggested things or something? I always wonder that. Good morning, Friday from Georgia. Well, it is Friday here for another whole 6 minutes. So in 6 minutes, I will say good morning from Saturday. Good Saturday morning. Yes, sorry, Tia. Hopefully one day. I dipped my toes in the live waters, but it freaks me out a bit. There's something really nice about it. Yeah. I always feel a bit weird about leaving them up after the fact, because I feel like I don't say anything. I don't know. I feel weird about leaving them up, but on a Friday evening when I'm home alone, it's fun. It's fun. How would you feel about doing a walking tour witchy book? Actually, you know what? This has been one of my things on my list to do. Wait, do you mean as in a, sorry, how do you feel about doing a walking tour witchy tarot book Melbourne? Do you mean like in a video, or do you mean like literally around? Because Mum and I have like a map of 10 bookshops that we kind of went around, and they weren't all witchy ones. But I've also been wanting to just do like a video of my favorite kind of metaphysical alternative bookshops in the Melbourne area. But I feel a bit weird about that. And I know some places don't like you filming inside. And also that would take so much work. But it's been like a thing that I've been telling myself I will do for like a year. So maybe one day I'll do it. I don't know. But yes, a bookshop tour would be fabulous. I've been filming all my videos on my phone and the quality is always 1080. Yeah, no, that's awesome. I think mine's 1080 as well. Yeah, unless I reduce it because it's too big a file. I want more editing features on YouTube, like putting words across the screen. You can use like a editing software on your computer. You can get free ones too, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it would be cool. Didn't they used to have something like that, but they took it away? I don't know. Yes, I recently found you as well. I watched Danny Lang. I love Danny Lang. Danny Lang is one of my like favorites and has been for a very long time. I've watched her for a long time. Love Danny Lang. And I just finished a book that she sent me actually, and it was brilliant. And that's going to be my favorite. I found you because I just self-published an oracle deck and was looking at reviews of decks. Oh wow, congratulations. What's the name of your deck? I want to check it out. Oh my god, yes. I hope someday you will review mine when it gets released commercially. Ooh, that's amazing. Well done. That's amazing that you like invested, because I'm sure it would have taken you a very, very long time. That's amazing. Congratulations. A big congrats. Yeah, like a map. I did do a map. I posted it on Instagram, like a little video of it. It was just like a very small part of the CBD that we were walking around really. And then we caught a tram to 2 others. That was just on my birthday. It was a great birthday. And then we spent the rest of the evening at Wine and Willows, which is kind of like a bookshop bar. And we played Scrabble all evening. And there was also, you know how you can get like Trivial Pursuit, the extra questions that are like themed? There was a Harry Potter one. So we didn't play Trivial Pursuit, but Mum was drinking wine and asking me all of the Harry Potter questions. And she was getting a bit tipsy, so she was just like there laughing and just gobsmacked. She's like, I knew you liked Harry Potter, but this is ridiculous. She just was having a lot of fun laughing at how much of a geek I am about Harry Potter, because I was getting way too many of them right. I got a couple wrong, but not very many. Scrabble was great though. Actually, I found a Scrabble board, like an old one at Savers last week, and I bought it and I've been playing myself like every day. So fun. Thank you. Yes, it took me 4 years. Sacred Mothers and Goddess Oracle deck. I did an artist's limited run and it will be published by Blue Angel. Wow. That's amazing. That is a really big deal. Good job. Oh, and I'm excited. If it's Blue Angel, I'll probably have a chance to get it early too, because they often come out a bit earlier in Australia. One of the pros of being in Australia is Blue Angel is here. It's about to go midnight, guys. Oh, my boyfriend's home. Hi, baby. How are you? What are you doing? He's being a loser. He knows I'm on live. Speaking of Harry Potter, I started Nevermore on audio. I just pre-ordered the next book. It comes out on the 30th of October. Oh, love Nevermore so much. I'm really excited about the second one. We do have snow, Carmen, just not where I live. I've never seen like proper snow. I've seen like week-old snow on the ground, but I've never seen it snow. But yeah, we do have snow, just not where I live. But yeah, Nevermore. Is the audiobook any good, Peekaboo Rose? Blair, you can come say hi? Can you come and say hi to me first? He's been out all day. Just got home. The narrator is wonderful, fabulous. I also have babe, as soon as you got home, my upstream thingy went shit. See how bad the video quality just got? That's because my boyfriend's home. I won't be much longer. Can you just turn it off for a bit?
I don't have anything going.
So it's just you being in the house?
I don't know. Okay.
I also have Hank Green's Absolutely Remarkable Thing. I haven't read that yet. Although I'm kind of thinking I might get the audiobook for that because I don't know, have so much to read. Not sure that snow counts if you don't have to shovel it, baby. I will post videos this winter. Ooh. Oh, I would love that, Carmen. I look forward to seeing it. Haha, Blair is running through your vid. I know, he is ruining my vid quality. And we were saying such nice things about him earlier. I've got to go. Have a great evening. Thank you for being here, hanging out with me. Have a good day/evening to you too. I'm doing pretty well with this drink, guys. Ooh. Oh, my ass is splashing now. Hey. How was your night? Or your day?
We played lots of soccer over 6.
Ooh.
Came out today.
Oh, is that why you went around?
Yeah.
Nice. Who was there?
Julian, Alex. Lily came later.
Oh, nice. Were you playing on your arcade sticks or just?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That's why I took it.
Come on, what? I didn't know you took it.
Oh yeah.
Because I wasn't here when you left, remember?
Yeah, you were.
Yeah. What are you drinking? I'm drinking soda water with a little bit of cranberry and lime juice. It's my favourite. Katie, do you have a bladder seal? Actually, I was just thinking I really need to pee. But I do drink a lot of tea, so I'm used to the feeling of needing to pee. She must have would have needed to use the bathroom 5 times already. I do need to go. But I'll be fine. They're not that big. I mean, I suppose it is quite a bit of liquid, isn't it? I mean, I went before we hopped on, so that's all right. So does anyone have any other questions or things you want me to talk about? I'll be... Blair, whatever you're doing is ruining everything.
I don't know. I just turned my computer on.
That's all you needed to do, apparently.
I think it's updating some stuff. I'll go back to sleep.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know what it's downloading though.
Okay.
Agent.exe.
Pardon?
Agent.exe.
Agent?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Agent.exe.
I don't know what that means.
Tell me. Use your Google phone.
I'm busy.
Oh, yeah.
What am I reading? I just finished... Oh, fuck, now I've forgotten the name of it. Hey, baby. Do you want to get the book that's on our nightstand for me? Really? I forget the name of it. Danny Lang sent it to me. It's like a Druids. I just finished that last night and I loved it. And I'm also reading The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, actually. I've never read The Hitchhiker's Guide and I have no idea why. Because I was like 2 chapters in and I'm like, okay, this is totally everything I love about books. And I think... Jewel Mysteries, yes. Thank you. This book I just finished. Jewel Mysteries by Philip Cargon. Ancient Wisdom for the 21st Century. Danny Lang sent it to me and it had this beautiful leaf in here. And I just loved it. I really, really enjoyed it. I've highlighted a bunch of stuff. And it just felt... I had a lot of feels reading this. And then, yeah, I'm reading... Hey, Lou! How are you? I am reading Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy because if you watch my last favourites video, I've been on a Martin Freeman binge and I thought I should probably read Hitchhiker's Guide before I watch the movie. And I got 2 or 3 chapters in and I'm like, this is everything that I love. Like, it feels a lot, like, it kind of feels a bit Doctor Who-y, you know, like the humour. And I just love it. I love it so much. So yeah, this book, brilliant. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, brilliant. I'm having a great time. Reading is my favourite thing. I went to a bookshop today because I had, one of my classes was cancelled with one of my students. So I had extra time and it was so hard not to buy like 5 books. Do I have the Star Tarot? I had the Star Child for a little while. I got it second hand. And it's beautiful. It's just not really my thing, I think, ultimately. Like, I really like the colours, but that's about it. I think it's great. And I mean, like, it's beautiful cardstock and everything. It's just not really my thing. And I didn't really understand... Like, the images were quite different from the Rider-Waite-Smith. And which is great, but I just feel like, I suppose the book, from what I remember, didn't really feel like it was made for the deck. It felt like it was an introductory book to the Little White Book, that is. It felt like it was an introduction to tarot in general, rather than a Little White guidebook to the Star Child Tarot. That's how I remember experiencing it anyway. Perhaps I'd feel differently now, but yeah, I don't have either. I don't have the Moonchild, and I don't really have a desire to have it. Love the Hitchhiker's Guide. I don't make videos or anything, just watch. Hi Katie, good morning from Canada. Yes, hello Lou, I said hello. I'm good, I'm sitting on the bus going to work. Oh, well, have a good day. And then you're off for the weekend, yeah? Not a fan of the film so much. Interesting. I don't know. I'll see. I tend to enjoy film, like films of books. Not always, but for the most part I do. I think I'm quite comfortable with accepting that, you know, a movie will never feel the same as a book. Same with like TV shows. Like, my favourite book of all time is The Handmaid's Tale. And I suppose that is one movie that did make me a little bit mad. Was that, what was it, the 1990 movie of The Handmaid's Tale? That was pretty bad. And it just didn't feel... It didn't feel like it was a movie about The Handmaid's Tale in terms of the story, the essence of the story, and the message of the story. It just felt like they kind of wanted to make it a dystopian thing with cool outfits. I don't know. That felt a bit weird. But as long as, like, I don't care if they don't get details right. As long as they get, like, the feeling right. That's what I care about. But it will be interesting to see how I respond. My brother bought me the Hitchhiker's Guide series when I was a kid and loved it. That's awesome. I'm only like halfway through the first book. Can I ask a question to you guys who do like the Hitchhiker's Guide? Someone told me that the movie is based on just the first book. Is that correct, or do I need to read the whole series before I watch the movie? please let me know. What's next on my to-read list? An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green. And then what is it? The second book in the Nevermore series, when that comes out. And then as for non-fiction, I don't know, I haven't decided yet. I'm reading the Fiddler's Green magazine, which I'm really enjoying. Yeah, I haven't really decided yet. I have a few books that I can choose from, but I tend to just kind of, when I'm like, okay, I want to read now, I just come into my room and pull something off the shelf. So I'm not sure, but I'm really making an effort to read some fiction. And actually, I just signed up to, does anybody watch the Vlogbrothers? John's most recent video was about, what's he called it? The Life's Library. He's basically starting a book club. And you pay $25 American, or you can do it other ways, but how I'm doing it is $25 American every 6 weeks, and you get sent a fiction book that you'll read, and you also get like there's a podcast that'll go with it, and like a reader's guide and stuff. So it's like, you know, because the Vlogbrothers are pretty nerdy, so and I think they're purposefully choosing fiction books that aren't, you know, super popular. So I'm hoping that this will be a good way for me to start reading more fiction, because I'm not great at reading a lot of fiction. But I'm really excited about that. That sounds fun. What kind of classes are you teaching? I don't teach classes. Oh, you're talking about my job? No, so I don't teach classes. I am what they call an education access worker. So I support students with disabilities in their classrooms. So, you know, if they're in a lecture or a tute or something at university, I'm kind of there. Some of them don't like me sitting with them, and I just take notes for them. Others like me with them to like help clarify things or help keep them on track or whatever. Whatever that student needs is I basically try to help them get the most out of their classroom experience. Hey Sammy, how are you? I've been on forever. It's a late Friday night and I'm drinking my mocktail and chatting about just stuff. Would you like for me to dry some leaves from this area? Oh my goodness, Carmen, I would love that. But only if it's not too much effort and you want to. But I love stuff like that. Oh my god, there's this, oh no, it's just an ant. I thought there was a spider on my wall. It is a spider, it's just little. It's fine, it's fine. I just want to know where it went. Okay, I'm fine. Maple leaf pine cones. Oh, wow. Yeah, that sounds amazing. I didn't hear if you said already, but do you like the new show, The Handmaid's Tale? I've only watched the first season, and I did like it. I really liked it. It's funny, it was more confronting than the book. The book, I think, is scarier. Like, people were saying that the show was really full on, and I agree. Like, it was a lot more intense because it's visual, and they did a really good job of all of that. But I think the book, it fucks with your head a little bit more, and it's more subtle. But it's still, I don't know, that book, I just think it's brilliant. But yes, I did really like the first season. I haven't watched the second season though, and from what I understand, they kind of go beyond the scope of the book. But yeah, I feel like with that show, they did capture the feeling of the book, the point of the book. They changed some things, and I loved Margaret Atwood's cameo. As soon as I saw her, I squealed, and then she slaps her in the face. And I also really liked Alias Grace. I don't like Alias Grace as much as a book. Like, it's not my favourite Margaret Atwood book. I still liked it. But The Handmaid's Tale, to me, is on another level. But I feel like it was almost flawless as far as, like, a TV adaptation goes. Alias Grace show, I liked it a lot. Good day, Katey. How wonderful to see you this live. Hello, Brienne. The Royal Winnipeg Ballet. is doing a ballet in The Handmaid's Tale. They're doing I mean, I know it's been around for a while, but I don't think they've done it in Australia before. They're doing The Handmaid's Tale opera in Melbourne, and I really want to go, but I don't know how many 20-somethings I can convince to come to the opera with me. I think first Hitchhiker's Guide book okay, alone prior to film. Awesome, thank you for that. I feel like I never catch people's lives. I very rarely do. I pretty much only ever catch the end of yours, Sammy, or like a random spot just as I'm going to bed, or I catch Annika from Nobody Here because she'll do them like in the middle of the day for me on like a Saturday. Hello everybody, hello. What is today's topic? There isn't one. I just came on to say hi and chat, and so we've spoken about Siggy Buttbrain in Australia. We've spoken about Doctor Who. We've spoken about books and TV and tarot and what decks I'm currently into and a bunch of other stuff. What I'm drinking, yes. And also we've done some either ors, which was fun. Would totally go to the opera with you. Yeah, well, that would be lovely, wouldn't it? Just pop on down to Melbourne for a day, will you? I'm about to get off the bus. Have a good day, Lou. Would love the opera. Yeah, I've never been to the opera, and I feel like I just need to do it at least once. And the fact that it's The Handmaid's Tale, I really should do it. Yeah. I've convinced myself. If I can't convince anyone to come with me, I'll go by myself. Blair, you gonna come say hi?
Why?
Because I haven't seen you all day.
You got some killer legs there.
You can come over here and they won't see you.
Oh.
Just don't come like here.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm tired.
Okay. Are you going to bed?
Soon.
Sorry, just talking to my boyfriend.
When you going to finish?
Soon. I've been on for ages.
Define colon space soon.
Well, out of necessity, because I'll need to pee. No Blair cameo. No, he's not really into being on YouTube, hey. He puts up with me. Also, he's very tired. Like, he's in his PJs and ready to go to bed. Go to the opera is an experience. I've only watched the opera at Carmen at the cinema. Very cool. Define soon. Yes, he was doing like how you type it into Google. I suppose you guys we were talking about videos. Do you guys have anything you want to see from me? Because like I said, I have ideas and stuff. I'm just not feeling especially inspired at the moment with my video making. I think I've just been, because I had heaps, I had like 8 videos or something pre-filmed and like scheduled. So I haven't filmed in like, I mean, I filmed my favorites video the day that it was released, but other than that, I haven't filmed in like a month. So I just feel a bit like, ugh. What is your favorite thing right this second? Like anything. My first thought was Doctor Who. And The Hitchhiker's Guide. I'm really loving that. And this drink. I used to go the name by Carmen. Did not want to use my real name. Do you mind, Carmen? Can I ask, if you don't want to use your real name, are you still okay with us using it on live streams, or do you want us to use like something else in live streams? Because this is still here. So is it more just you don't want people to be able to search? Let me know, because then I'll stop using it, because I know I call you Carmen in the comments and stuff, and I'll stop doing that if you don't want me to. Curious to know my thoughts on jewellery? Well, the reason Danny sent me this book was because I ordered the introductory course to the OBOD thing. And it took like 3 months to get here, so I got it like ages ago and I haven't gotten to it. But Danny sent me this book and another book. And I don't know, I've just kind of felt, I don't know. I don't want to say I feel like called to jewelry because that's not really what's going on, at least. I don't know, it feels a bit big. But anyway, reading this book, I had one of those like coming home sort of a feeling the whole way through. I felt very emotional and very connected to a lot, like basically this whole book. And I suppose, I don't know, has anybody read this book? I mean, I'm a total newbie with all this jewelry stuff, right? So I don't want to like misrepresent a whole group of people and an ideology and a philosophy or whatever you want to call it. But how I kind of took this book, it wasn't particularly instructive. To me, it kind of felt like a taster or like a is jewelry for you sort of a book. It was beautiful. I feel like this is a book I'm going to go back to. I have so much highlighted and heaps of like dog-eared pages. I don't know. I only finished it last night and I just feel like I'm still processing it all, to be honest, but it was beautiful and it's definitely something I want to explore more, basically is where I'm at. Doctor Who video related to a Doctor Who video related to paganism or tarot. Actually, I did once have a think about which of the modern doctors would be associated with which suit. And I worked that out fine, although now we have Jodie Whittaker, so there's 5. But with the 4 previous, I associated each doctor with a tarot suit. Madame Butterfly and Carmen are my favourite operas, and I've been lucky to attend in New York City. Wow, that's amazing. I think for now Butterfly is okay. So I will call you Butterfly from now on, and if I forget, just correct me. Okay? I started listening to Harry Potter and the Sacred Text thanks to you. I love it. It's amazing, isn't it? It's so good. I'm like mad at myself that I didn't get into it sooner because it's just brilliant. Are you getting the audio of the OBOD course? No, I just got the books, like, because I still only have the introductory thingy. It's here. I pulled it out recently after I finished this book. I'm like, okay, I really do need to get into this. But I would like the audio, because I do like audio files. But when I wanted to order it, originally they were only on CDs, and I don't have a CD-ROM drive. So I'm like, can you just send me the audio files or put them on a USB or something? So I think I'm going to have to ask if they have a different option for the audio files. Bye, Sammy. It was lovely to see you. But yeah. So I would like the audio files. But yeah. If I can't, if it's just the CD is the option still, I'll just stick with the books, I think. Because I would like both. Is that greedy of me? I have to go to class, but thanks for the live. Thanks, Tia. Next on my witchy read list is Chaos Magic. Oh, okay, a book on Chaos Magic. That's cool. I really have to pee. So I am going to have to go. Audio is worth it if you can. Okay, alright. I think I'll definitely email them and be like, hey guys, nobody does CDs anymore. Please, do you have a different option? Would love audio recommendations so I can paint while I read. Oh, that's a good idea. I don't listen to audiobooks very often, and when I do, they tend to be more fiction. But I have listened to a few. But yeah. Alright. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out with me. It's been lovely. I hope you had fun. I did. Yeah. This has been a really long live. So thanks for everyone who stuck with me. I hope you're all well. And should I upload that video? I don't know if anyone's still here from the beginning. when I was talking about a video that I made ages ago, but I don't know if I want to upload. Yes, I agree, Eris. I will tell them that we both feel like they need to change their ways. I might upload that video, seeing as you don't get a video from me. I don't know. I'll see. Anyway, thank you guys so much. I'll talk to you later.